Recently, asteroid named 2020 HS7 has passed close to Earth. We will see the event in detail. Asteroid named 2020 HS7 passed 1200 kilometers with respect to geosynchronous height on 28 April 2020, 1851 UTC. This is based on the news information. So, geosynchronous height is 42,164 kilometers. Over and above 1200 kilometers, this particular asteroid has passed. This asteroid was first observed by NASA's Pan-STARRS telescope located in Hawaii. So, naming convention of newly discovered asteroids are in such a way that first is the year number, that is present year 2020, followed by an alphanumeric set of character to identify the unique asteroid. This particular asteroid was discovered only a day before its actual pass with respect to Earth. That is only on 27th April it was first observed. Later, immediately, follow-up observations were carried out by Xingming Observatory located in China and Tottenberg Observatory located in Germany, which is in collaboration with the ESA, European Space Agency. So this is the 36th known asteroid to fly by Earth within one lunar distance since the start of the year 2020. So one lunar distance is the distance between Earth and the Moon. So this is the 36th asteroid, known asteroid. That means there may be several space rocks or asteroid kind of a thing which might have crossed within one lunar distance, but this is the detected number of asteroids. It basically depends on the size of the asteroid. If it is too small, it might simply pass through without even being detected by telescopes or radar setup. And this is the 11th so far in the month of April itself. This is Pan-STARRS telescope located at Hawaii, which detected the asteroid 2020 HS7. So we will be discussing about the lunar distance and astronomical unit. So lunar distance is the distance between Earth to Moon, which is 3,84,402 kilometers. One astronomical unit is nothing but the distance between Earth and Sun, which is 14 crore kilometers. So this is the orbital information available in JPL website. Orbital elements epoch is 2020 May 31st. The epoch for asteroids are generally kept on this particular date, 2020 May 31, with the time reference coordinate TDB, that is barycentric dynamic time. So eccentricity of this orbit is 0.57. Semi-major axis is 1.8 astronomical unit. Perihelion distance is 0.79 astronomical unit. You can see here it is less than 1 astronomical unit. That means the perigee of this particular asteroid passes less than the distance of Earth from Sun. Inclination with respect to ecliptic is 4.7 degrees, which is close to Moon's inclination with respect to ecliptic. Right ascension of ascending node is 38.5 degrees. Argument of perigee is 245 degrees. Mean anomaly 355.23 degrees. And the time of the perigee is 2020 June 12. And orbital period of this asteroid with respect to Sun is 2.5 years. Mean motion is 0.392 degrees per day. And the apophelion distance is 2.9 astronomical unit. Here is the observation data details. There were a total of 72 measurements within a span of 1 day. The first observation was on 27th April and the last one was on 28th April for processing the data to get these orbital elements. The additional information is MOID, minimum orbit intersection distance. So this is the distance minimum between the two orbital planes, that is with respect to Earth's orbital plane and the asteroid's orbital plane. With respect to Jupiter, MOID is 2.3 AU. Then comes the Tisserant's parameter with respect to Jupiter is 3.7. Tisserant parameters basically tells whether the object is asteroid or Jupiter family comets. If Tisserant Jupiter parameter is greater than 3, the object is asteroid. If it is between 2 to 3, it is Jupiter family comets. This is the orbit representation available in NASA's website. So it shows the solar system, inner solar system. So this direction is the positive x-axis towards the vernal equinox. The direction of motion is along this. That is why y-axis is here. Center point is Sun, then Mercury's orbit, Venus, Earth, Mars, then Jupiter's orbit, which is here. Then this white color part is the asteroid's orbit. So on 2020 March 31st 00 UT, this is the asteroid's position in our solar system. So usually asteroids are found in this region between Mars and Jupiter. This particular asteroid has an eccentricity around the 0.5. That is why it is perihelion. It is very much close to Earth. This is a closer look of the asteroid's path with respect to Earth. This is the path of Earth with respect to Sun. This is Moon's orbit. Moon is here. Moon's motion is in this direction. This is asteroid's path as on 28th April 11 UT, which was around 4 lakh kilometers from Earth. So as time progresses, it can be seen that the asteroid comes closer to Earth. This is at 12 UT, 13 UT, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. At 18 UT, it is 57,000 kilometers from Earth. At 19 UT, it is 48,000 kilometers from Earth. So, as discussed earlier, the closest approach time was 1851. So, later it starts increasing. So, this is the original picture of this asteroid 2020 HS7. You can see with respect to stars how was the motion, which was taken by ESA telescope on April 30th. So after knowing about this, I made a small analysis. I tried to search the asteroid catalog. The search criteria was the close approach distance should be less than the Moon's height with respect to Earth, and the duration for the data collection is between April 2020 and January 2060. The data was accessed on 4th May from JPL's website. Basically, this is a dynamic data. Whenever new measurements come, the data used to get updated. So a total of 35 events were found. This is the tabular information of the data collected. The object name, I already told earlier that object's name were usually put with the year and then a name for that, identifier for that particular asteroid. Then close approach date in UTC and its uncertainty is listed here. Then close approach distance nominal in lunar distance and astronomical unit. I converted it to with respect to Earth in kilometers, and with respect to GSO height, with respect to kilometers, GSO means 42 164 kilometer. From with respect to that, how much away is the asteroid? That is what this particular column gives. Then there is a parameter called close approach distance minimum. It is something like the worst minimum distance with respect to Earth, considering all the uncertainties involved in the measurements. converted it to Earth distance in GSO distance. Then comes V relative, velocity relative to the Earth in terms of kilometers per second, in magnitude of the asteroid, that is absolute magnitude of the asteroid. If the asteroid would have been placed at Earth place, then how much bright it would appear. So based on this H magnitude only, the asteroid's diameter is estimated. So let us see our particular asteroid 2020 HS7. Its size was estimated to be around 4 meters to 9.2 meters. So it is quite a small asteroid. That is why it was unable to detect earlier, and only on 27, when it is very much close to Earth, it was observed. So you can see here, this is the closest distance as per the news we have heard in internet, 1219 kilometers. But this is basically from the data available here. It is only 5 decimal places given in the website. So further details I have analyzed, I will be discussing it later. Then we are seeing when will be the next asteroid event. It is on 2020 April 13, named Apophis 2004 M14, which can come less than the GSO distance, roughly 4000 kilometers less than the GSO distance. Then comes 2019 EH1 on 2032, which is quite high with respect to nominal distance, but if you see the minimum distance, it is quite less. So always there will be uncertainty. Then comes 2012 HG2. The worst case close approach can be up to 45 kilometers with respect to it. This may not be realistic value. We need more data to improve these numbers probably. Then 2007 UD6 asteroid on 2048, which also comes close to Earth, roughly 34,000 kilometers. So future asteroid events data will be always improved. We may have to closely wait and watch how the numbers are getting improved to get the realistic values. So I already told the distance at which the close approach happened with respect to GSO was 1200 kilometers, but this was a rough value. A very correct value is 579 kilometers. So this I obtained by getting very much proper astronomical unit, which was 0002857 astronomical unit. So this is very much important, that if you take only 5 decimals, you will end up with 1200 kilometers. If you take more number of decimals, you are going to get a very proper number. So number of digits in decimal value matters a lot when using astronomical unit. This is very important. So how does I got this number, that I will be explaining now. So there is a tool in JPL website itself to generate the ephemeris for the particular asteroid with respect to Earth center. We can derive several parameters. Here I have taken the X, Y, Z parameters of this particular asteroid with respect to time. So from that I have derived the distance from geosynchronous height, and it is plotted here between 1828 and 1912 UT. So this is how the distance varied, and you can see here the closest approach was at roughly 1850 UT with the 579 kilometers. So these are all the websites from which the data for this discussion is collected. So it is very well clear that there are several space objects pass through very much close to Earth. Some are real threats for the humankind, some are not, but that may be a threat to the space assets like our spacecrafts. Thank you.